In the small, forgotten town of Ravenswood, there stood an eerie, dilapidated mansion that cast a long shadow over the surrounding neighborhood. The locals spoke of it only in hushed tones, for the house was believed to be haunted by the spirits of those who once lived within its walls. Its dark, weathered facade exuded an aura of malevolence that kept curious souls at bay. One fateful autumn day, a group of adventurous teenagers, drawn by the thrill of the unknown, gathered at the edge of the property. Among them were Alex, the bold and charismatic leader of the group, Emma, his fearless best friend, Jack, the tech-savvy skeptic, Lily, the shy and sensitive artist, and Ethan, the thrill-seeker eager for any dare. Alex held an old, yellowed envelope, its edges frayed with age, which he had found mysteriously tucked under his bedroom door that morning. Inside was a peculiar invitation, handwritten in elegant calligraphy, inviting the 5 friends to explore the infamous haunted house on the night of the upcoming full moon. Despite their initial hesitation, curiosity got the better of them. They couldn't resist the allure of the unknown and decided to accept the invitation. That night, as the moon's pale light bathed the decrepit mansion, they cautiously approached its intimidating gate. The gates creaked open as if beckoning them in. Heartbeats quickened, but they pressed forward, their footsteps echoing eerily against the silent halls. The house was cloaked in darkness, and they relied on the weak beams of their flashlights to guide them. As they ventured further, an unsettling chill settled over the group. Whispers seemed to carry through the corridors, and they could swear they saw fleeting shadows in their peripheral vision. Emma, normally fearless, felt an inexplicable sense of dread creeping up her spine. Amidst the cobwebs and decay, they stumbled upon an old portrait gallery, the paintings of past occupants staring back at them with hollow eyes. The eyes seemed to follow their every move, and Jack tried to reassure his friends that it was merely a trick of the light. As they explored the upper floors, the group noticed peculiar occurrences, objects moving on their own, faint laughter echoing through empty rooms, and doors slamming shut without any discernible cause. Ethan laughed nervously, attributing these events to their overactive imaginations. But deep down, even he couldn't shake off the sense of foreboding. In a room adorned with moth-eaten tapestries, Lily felt an inexplicable urge to sketch. Her pencil moved as if guided by unseen hands, drawing intricate patterns and faces she didn't recognize. When she looked at her finished piece, her heart skipped a beat. The sketch depicted the 5 of them, standing before the haunted house, but their faces were twisted into grotesque masks of despair. Alex, always the skeptic, scoffed at the idea of supernatural forces at play. He insisted they carry on, determined to prove that the legends surrounding the mansion were nothing but folklore. Their exploration led them to a hidden chamber in the basement, its walls adorned with cryptic symbols and mysterious glyphs. In the center of the chamber, they discovered an ancient book, its pages filled with indecipherable text. Intrigued and apprehensive, they decided to take it with them, hoping to unlock its secrets later. As they flipped through the book's pages, a powerful gust of wind suddenly blew through the room, extinguishing their flashlights and plunging them into darkness. Panic set in as unseen forces seemed to surround them, their breaths shallow and hearts racing. In the darkness, they heard whispers, eerie voices recounting tales of tragedy, betrayal, and despair. It was as if the house itself was narrating its tormented past. Emma clutched onto the book, sensing that it held the key to unlocking the mansion's secrets. In their search for an escape route, they stumbled upon a hidden staircase leading to a forgotten attic. There, they found an old diary belonging to a young girl who had once lived in the house. As they read the entries, they pieced together the tragic tale of a tormented soul who had been trapped within the walls of the mansion. The diary revealed that the girl had discovered a cursed artifact buried within the mansion's grounds. bringing forth malevolent spirits that tormented her family for generations. She had desperately sought a way to break the curse, but her attempts had only fueled the dark forces. As they reached the final pages of the diary, they heard a sinister laughter reverberating through the attic. A spectral figure materialized before them, its eyes blazing with anger. The spirit of the cursed girl confronted them, blaming their intrusion for awakening the dormant malevolence once more. Desperation gripped the group as they pleaded for forgiveness, explaining that they had come with no ill intent. Emma, fueled by her determination to set things right, held up the ancient book, hoping it could break the curse. To their astonishment, the girl's spirit gazed at the book with both fear and recognition. With trembling hands, Emma read aloud an incantation from the book, urging the spirits to find peace and release the mansion from the grip of darkness. As the words filled the air, a blinding light enveloped the attic, and the oppressive presence dissipated into the ether. The following morning, the sun rose over the abandoned mansion, casting its golden rays upon the once menacing facade. The house appeared different, no longer exuding malevolence, but instead seemed to bear the weight of its tragic history. The group left the mansion with heavy hearts, knowing they had played a part in lifting the curse that had plagued the spirits within. As they walked away, they vowed never to speak of the haunting secrets they had uncovered. Years later, the friends reconvened at a nearby cafe, reminiscing about their harrowing encounter. They realized that the bond forged that night was unbreakable, and their lives had been forever changed by the unseen shadows of the haunted house. And so, the mansion of Ravenswood remained abandoned, its secrets buried deep within its walls, waiting for the next brave souls to venture inside, unknowing of the terrifying encounters and haunting secrets that awaited them. As the years passed, the memory of their terrifying encounter in the abandoned mansion began to fade. Each of the friends went on with their lives, but the burden of the secrets they carried weighed heavily on their hearts. They had promised never to speak of that night, and they kept their vow, fearing the consequences of revealing the truth. Emma, haunted by the memory of the cursed girl's spirit, immersed herself in folklore and supernatural studies. She dedicated her life to understanding the paranormal, hoping to find a way to help restless spirits find peace. Jack, the tech-savvy skeptic, delved into scientific research, attempting to find rational explanations for their encounter that night. However, despite his efforts, he couldn't shake off the lingering feeling that there were forces beyond the realm of science at play. Lily, the sensitive artist, channeled her experiences into her artwork, creating hauntingly beautiful pieces that captured the essence of the mansion and its dark history. Her paintings were exhibited in galleries around the world, but she never revealed the true inspiration behind her masterpieces. Ethan, the thrill seeker, traveled the globe in search of adrenaline-pumping adventures, trying to drown out the memories of that night with adrenaline-fueled excitement. Yet, no matter where he went, he couldn't escape the shadows of the past. Alex, the charismatic leader, became a successful entrepreneur, building a reputation for fearlessness and determination. Yet, in quiet moments, he couldn't help but feel haunted by the ghostly whispers that had surrounded them that fateful night. 20 years after their encounter at the abandoned mansion, fate brought the friends back together. Lily's artwork had caught the attention of a renowned art critic who organized an exhibition of her haunting paintings in their hometown of Ravenswood. As the group reunited at the exhibition's opening night, they exchanged nervous glances, knowing that the memories of that night would resurface. The weight of their shared secret seemed even heavier now with the passage of time. During the exhibition, an elderly woman approached them, her eyes filled with an uncanny familiarity. She introduced herself as Grace, the great-granddaughter of the cursed girl they had encountered in the mansion. Grace had inherited the old diary and the cursed artifact, which had been passed down through generations. Grace confessed that her family had long lived under the shadow of the mansion's dark past. She had sought to understand her ancestors' history, but the truth remained obscured by time and secrecy. She believed the artifact held the key to breaking the curse once and for all. The friends felt torn between protecting Grace from the truth and helping her unlock the secrets that had tormented her family for generations. In the end, they chose to share their own experiences, hoping it might aid Grace in her quest for answers. Together, they revisited the abandoned mansion, now more decrepit and haunting than ever. The years had not been kind to the old house, and it seemed as if it were clinging to its dark past with even more desperation. Guided by the knowledge within the old diary, Grace performed the same incantation that Emma had recited years ago. The house trembled, and the oppressive atmosphere grew thicker as the spirits stirred once more. Emma, drawing upon her extensive knowledge of the paranormal, urged Grace to channel her love and compassion into the incantation. As Grace's voice resonated through the walls, a soothing energy filled the mansion, overwhelming the malevolent forces. In a final act of unity, the 5 friends joined hands and chanted together, their shared bond strengthened by the experiences they had faced together. Their combined efforts unleashed a surge of powerful energy that purged the darkness from the mansion, releasing the tormented spirits trapped within. The cursed artifact disintegrated before their eyes, its malevolence vanishing forever. The mansion, now free from its haunting shadows, seemed to breathe a sigh of relief, as if thanking them for breaking the curse that had plagued it for so long. As the last echoes of the incantation faded, the mansion's walls glowed with a warm, golden light. The spirits of the cursed family appeared before Grace, their expressions transformed from anguish to serenity. They spoke words of gratitude and love, assuring Grace that they were finally at peace. With the curse broken, the abandoned mansion became a symbol of hope and renewal. News of the friends' courageous act spread throughout Ravenswood, and the town began to embrace its dark history, turning the mansion into a museum dedicated to preserving the legacy of its past. Emma, Jack, Lily, Ethan, and Alex found closure that night, knowing that they had finally helped put the spirits to rest and given Grace's family the peace they had long sought. They no longer carried the burden of the mansion's haunting secrets, and their bond grew even stronger. Over the years, the group remained in touch, meeting annually to commemorate their encounter at the mansion and celebrate the newfound peace it now offered. The spirits of the past were no longer unseen shadows, but memories of a shared journey that had shaped their lives forever. As time marched on, they realized that sometimes the most terrifying encounters could lead to the most profound transformations and the discovery of bonds that transcended the boundaries of life and death. And so, the tale of their terrifying night at the abandoned mansion lived on, a testament to the power of friendship, courage, and the unseen shadows that lurked in the corners of their memories. Part 12. Passing the torch. As the years turned into decades, the story of their encounter at the abandoned mansion became a local legend, passed down through generations in the town of Ravenswood. Each year, on the anniversary of their brave act, the townspeople would gather to honor the 5 friends, acknowledging them as heroes who had broken the curse and brought peace to the haunted mansion. The museum dedicated to the mansion's history became a popular tourist attraction, drawing people from all corners of the world. Visitors came not only to explore the haunted halls, but also to learn about the bravery of the 5 friends who had faced the unknown with unwavering courage. Grace, the great-granddaughter of the cursed girl, became the curator of the museum. She dedicated her life to preserving the mansion's history and honoring the memory of the friends who had helped her family find closure. She often spoke of the bravery and compassion that had saved her ancestors from eternal torment. As the original friends grew older, they remained closely connected, cherishing the bond that had been forged in the shadows of the haunted mansion. They had overcome fear and darkness together, and their friendship remained a source of strength and comfort throughout their lives. In their final years, the friends faced the inevitability of mortality, but they embraced it with grace and acceptance. They had lived extraordinary lives filled with adventure, friendship, and the unraveling of mysteries that would forever remain etched in their hearts. As the time came for the first of the friends to depart this world, a sense of sadness filled the remaining four. However, they found solace in the belief that their friend's spirit would join the others who had found peace within the mansion's walls. One by one, the friends passed away, leaving behind a legacy that would transcend time. Their stories were celebrated, not just in Ravenswood, but also in the hearts of people whose lives they had touched. The museum they had helped create continued to thrive, and visitors would often claim to see the spirits of the five friends wandering the halls, forever united in their brave quest for redemption. As the years turned into centuries, the legend of the haunted mansion and the brave friends who had faced its horrors became woven into the very fabric of Ravenswood's history. The town embraced its dark past and reveled in the tales of courage and unity that had brought light to the shadows. Generations came and went, but the memory of the five friends never faded. Their story inspired new friendships and sparked a curiosity that led others to embark on their own quests for knowledge and understanding. The abandoned mansion, once a place of fear and darkness, became a symbol of hope and reconciliation. It stood as a testament to the human spirit's ability to conquer the unknown and find light even in the darkest corners of existence. And so, the tale of the terrifying encounters in the abandoned house, the unseen shadows, and the haunting secrets lived on, etched into the hearts and minds of those who dared to listen. The spirits of the past watched over Ravenswood, forever grateful for the friends who had freed them from the eternal grip of the cursed artifact. In the end, the five friends discovered that their bond had transcended time and mortality. Their spirits remained united, forever wandering the halls of the mansion they had once saved, a testament to the enduring power of friendship, love, and the courage to face the unknown. And as the moon cast its pale light upon the mansion each night, the echoes of their laughter and whispers could still be heard, reminding the world that even in the darkest of places, hope and unity could conquer the most terrifying of encounters.